Every story begins with a whisper, a longing, a what if. Tonight, a young woman trades her Thanksgiving table for the streets of Paris, searching not for love, but for herself. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and step through the portal. The journey awaits.
Sitting at my desk, I find my eyes drawn once again to the view, filling the large bay window in front of me. It is a lovely morning. The sun is stretching upwards, casting its golden shine on rolling green hills. Autumn is in full swing, and the leaves on the trees are dressed in shades of buttery yellows, burnt oranges, and crimson reds. I love this time of year. The heat of summer has passed, and the cooler temperatures are refreshing. With the passing of Halloween, pumpkin spice will reign until the turkeys are placed upon tables and thoughts inevitably turn to Christmas. While I appreciate the change of seasons and the beauty each offers, I am partial to autumn. The seasons where I live are symbolic of age. Spring represents beginnings and birth, while summer is the teenager or young adult, full of lazy days, promise, and heat. Winter, typically slower, with the countryside blanketed in white, is a time of introspection and endings. Autumn is maturity and routine. Mother Earth is more relaxed. She has found balance between hot and cold, and the confidence to showcase her brilliance. It may sound corny, but I am in the autumn of my life. Like the trees shedding their leaves, I have learned how to say goodbye to ideas and things that I no longer need and will not miss. Sadly, I have also learned how to say goodbye to people as beautiful and unique as those leaves that I will forever need and always miss. I glance back towards my computer screen and the blank page reflected there. Cursing, I close my laptop, using a bit more force than I had intended. From as far back as I can remember, I've always had a head full of stories I wanted to share. As a child, I'd act out those stories, assigning various roles to my dolls and stuffed animals. In middle school, with English being my favorite subject, I learned to write my stories down. In high school, I won more than one Scholastic Writing Award. My parents were not surprised when I told them I was applying to Princeton and its prestigious writing program. They were not surprised when I got accepted. I was elated and they were proud. I was blessed with parents who loved each other and who both loved me, providing me with an idyllic childhood full of support and security. They gave me roots, entrenched deep within this community that I cherish. It was because of those roots that, in the summer of my life, I felt free to spread my wings. Suddenly, the alarm on my watch vibrates, reminding me of brunch plans. Perfect timing. I have something important to discuss with Marley. The farmhouse is a local upscale diner offering delicious farm-to-table delights. It is owned and run by Sally Green, a woman I've known since we were in kindergarten. The diner is busy this morning, but the chatter is a relaxing hum, as the dining area is quite spacious. A few sips into my coffee, Marley enters the room and rushes over to my table, pausing to give Sally a quick hug on her way. "I hope you haven't been waiting long," she says, as I rise to greet her with a hug of my own. I tell her, "No worries, I'm simply glad you were able to make time for me today, as I know you're juggling a million things." "Never too busy for you or brunch," she responds with a cheery smile. Sally brings us our usual order of country garden omelets, maple syrup glazed bacon, and mint grapefruit mimosas. From her tote, Marley pulls out 2 bottles of Cabernet Sauvignon and generously gifts them to Sally and me. "For later," she says. We both thank her for the wine, and Sally dashes off to greet other patrons. "Okay, spill it," Marley says as she sips her mimosa. She knows me well and can clearly see that something is weighing on my mind. I've rehearsed this speech in my head, so I nervously begin by reaffirming my love for Autumn on the farm. I tell her how much I adore her and her family. I ramble on about how I really love spending the holidays with all of them. "I hear a but," she says, looking at me with trepidation. "But I'm thinking of taking a Thanksgiving break this year, I hastily say, half in excitement and half in fear. What? She exclaims, completely surprised. We always spend the holidays together, she starts, and then says, Oh, I guess that's the point. You need a break from us? She asks, sounding slightly hurt but trying to understand. No, not from you or anyone, but a break from my routine. I tell her that for the first time ever, I am experiencing writer's block and feel stuck. I can see the wheels of her mind turning as she bites her lower lip, taking in my words. Do you remember my plans to spend a summer in France after graduation? I ask. How could I forget? She asks, her eyes now sad. I was with you at the party when you got the call about the car crash and your parents' deaths. More than anyone, I know how your world changed that day. Yes, it did, I said, remembering. My parents and Marley's were in attendance as we both graduated from Princeton, pleased with our Ivy League degrees. Marley and I were still in the summer of our lives, excited about our futures full of promise and possibilities. As our parents headed off to their respective homes, Marley and I continued celebrating at various graduation parties taking place on campus. We wanted to spend as much time as we could together, as in 2 days, I'd be heading off for a summer in France, and Marley would be moving to my hometown to marry her true love, and my neighbor, Matthew. I'd be returning in the fall, just in time for the wedding. I couldn't wait to see France, and Journey magazine was going to cover the cost of the trip in return for my travel blog. Then, my cell rang, and my dreams, my entire world, shattered. I watched you pick up the pieces after the accident, Marley says. You turned your family's farm into a home you love, and your books are on bestseller lists. I thought you were happy. I am not unhappy, I assured her. I thought I was fully settled into the autumn of my life. But lately I've been feeling a bit more restless summer, I explain. Does this restlessness have something to do with that hot new guy staying in one of your guest cabins? She asks. I can't help but laugh. While he'd be a nice distraction, this particular disturbance in my force is more about missed opportunity, I explain. I've been thinking a lot about that missed trip to France, and am ashamed to admit it, but I've never gone because I have been afraid to leave the safety net of my home and friends. She sighs deeply, then takes my hands in hers and says solemnly, Lindsey, the death of your parents was a tragedy, but living your life in fear is a bigger tragedy, and your parents would not want that for you. My eyes start to fill with tears, but she quickly lightens the mood by saying, while pumpkin spice is nice, herbes de Provence and lavender are pretty cool too. I blink away the tears and ask, You really won't hate me for taking a Thanksgiving break this year? She rolls her eyes, picks up her mimosa glass and a toast, and says, Vive la France. As I return home, I feel a little lighter knowing that I have Marley's support. I grab my laptop and curl up on the couch reviewing the itinerary of the tour I am most interested in. I close my eyes, trying to visualize myself walking amongst the iconic landmarks of Paris. I can do this, I tell myself. All I need to do is click book trip. After an uneventful flight, I easily made my way to the hotel. The room, with a queen-size bed, is tastefully decorated. A silver coffee service, fresh flowers, and chocolates set a welcoming tone. However, it is the balcony in my room that makes me feel like I have butterflies in my stomach. It provides a view of the Eiffel Tower that is simply stunning. As tired as I was, I spent an hour drinking in that magnificent view, letting my soul soak up the sights and sounds of Paris before settling into bed for a peaceful night's sleep. This morning, I find myself once again drawn to the view as I sit on the balcony watching the sun rise and the city awaken. I glance at my cell phone and push down a rising feeling of dread. A sudden thought occurs to me, so I open my laptop, and thinking of that long ago summer, I begin writing. Dear Mom and Dad, I miss you both so very much. I arrived safely in France, and am currently enjoying my view of the iconic Eiffel Tower while listening to the hustle and bustle of an awakening Paris. The sun is shining. I am well rested and eager to discover new places and people. I'll write again soon to entertain you with stories of my adventures. Your loving daughter, Lindsey, heart emoji. As I close my laptop, I can picture my parents reading the letter and smiling. They would be happy to see that I am here, finally, spreading my wings. I feel a rush of excitement as I finish my café and begin to dress for the day. Une belle journée vous attend. I enter the hotel's dining room and make my way over to meet the tour group. I am met with a warm greeting of enchanté as I join them for le petit déjeuner. I chose this tour because of its small size and because it is being held in English. I have been practicing French on Duolingo, but my French score of 30 will basically help me book a hotel, order at a restaurant, and request directions to Les Toilettes. A few others have already arrived and are amid introductions. I am soon seated across from Liam and his wife, Sophie, an older couple from Norway. They are celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. Next to me is Andre. He appears to be about my age, and I am surprised to learn that he lives in Saint-Germain-en-Laye, a suburb not too far from Paris. Hoping I don't appear rude, I curiously inquire, why would a Frenchman take an English-speaking tour of France? He chuckles, and I can't help but notice he has a sensual smile with full, lush lips. I am glad he doesn't appear to be offended when he replies, I admit it is a bit unusual, but I am on a mission to see France with a fresh perspective for a project I am working on. I couldn't think of a better way to do that than through the eyes of tourists, falling in love with her for the first time. I can relate to that, I say, as I notice the rich mocha color of his eyes. I explain that I am a writer and hope this trip will help me break through a bit of writer's block. So, we are both creators in need of inspiration. A perfect match, he remarks, as bakery baskets, fresh fruits, jam, and honey arrive at the table. As I fill my plate, I wonder if the food will quiet the butterflies who have suddenly begun to flap their wings in earnest. We enjoy our breakfasts as our guide tells us about our upcoming day at the Louvre and dinner along the Seine. As we arrive at the Musée du Louvre, the glorious pyramid captures the group's attention. I am fascinated by the striking formation. And there is the magic, says Andre as he takes my picture. The beauty of the Louvre is steadfast, but the feeling of seeing it for the first time is reflected in the look of wonder on your face, he says. At my look of surprise, he apologizes and promises to delete the picture if I'd like. However, he'd like me to see it before I decide. I take a look, noticing the scent of his cologne as I lean in, and must admit I am impressed. At the picture, not the cologne. Well, both actually. He smells of sandalwood and cinnamon. Yum! Trying to focus on the picture, I see myself, as he did, unguarded, in a moment of pure delight. It's truly a lovely picture, I tell him. Then, it will be a gift from me to you, he replies. I thank him, and we return our attention to our guide. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sophie gently nudge her husband, nodding knowingly towards Andre and me. I may not be the only one sensing a spark between me and the hot French photographer. The day at the Louvre was thrilling and exhausting. Dinner at the Napoleon, a 5-star restaurant so named because Napoleon once ate there, did not disappoint. Everything from the cheese plate to the dessert tray was decadent. The decor was so luxurious, I had fun imagining I was Josephine herself. The characters in my head have begun auditioning for parts in a historical romance. As we returned to the hotel, we said bonsoir and headed to our rooms. I was tired, but not yet ready for sleep. I grabbed my laptop and wrote, Dear Mom and Dad, the first day of the tour was everything I had hoped for. The tour members are a friendly group from various countries, most of whom are visiting Paris for the first time. There is a local in the group, a photographer, who not only captured my photo, but my attention as well. He impressed me with his views on the artistic, architectural, and atmospheric elements of the Louvre. He pointed out details I would have missed, and our guide did not cover. The photographs he took of the pyramid at sunset were breathtakingly beautiful. My head is full of new story ideas. I plan to get some notes down before heading to bed. As always, I miss you both. I love you always. Your daughter, Lindsey, heart emoji. The following day, we toured the city. We walked across the Seine at the Alexander Bridge, strolled and shopped along the Avenue des Champs-Élysées, and got a close-up view of the Arc de Triomphe. We are currently in the lift to the top floor of the Eiffel Tower. I am not unhappy to find myself pressed close to Andre as we climb. He asks if I am afraid of heights, and I assure him that I am not. Too bad, he says. I would have offered to hold your hand. Well, darn. I now wish I had answered that question a bit differently. How can I write romance and be so bad at flirting? As the other tour guests are couples, it seems natural that Andre and I are paired up most of the time. Neither of us seems to mind. As we exit the lift, Andre surprises me by taking my hand. I must admit that I'm the one afraid of heights, he says with that sexy smile. I can't help but smile back as I catch Sophie watching us with wise eyes and a knowing grin. I note she and Liam are holding hands as well. As I take in this new view of the city, softening under a setting sun, the characters in my head are now auditioning for a love story. One of an older couple, still in love, after all the ups and downs their path in life has taken. Andre is quiet. I can tell he is taking it all in as well. His eyes are like the filters of his camera lens, discerning various angles and lighting to illuminate the picturesque panorama. He looks at me, and I imagine kissing him. His eyes drop to my lips, and I wonder if he is having the same thought. Of course, it is just then that our guide announces that our tables are ready, and as we walk, recites facts regarding the restaurant within the Eiffel Tower. Andre and I are seated across from each other, next to a window overlooking the lights of Paris. We enjoy food and wine as we partake in group conversation. Every time our knees touch or our hands meet, my body hums with electricity. We are flirting openly now, and I know my dreams will be more spicy than sweet tonight. Dear Mom and Dad, today was another amazing day. I can't believe I almost allowed my fear to keep me from enjoying the magic of Paris. Sophie and Liam, the couple from Norway, remind me of you. They still hold hands, give each other secret looks, and love to dance. They joke that they are so in tune to each other that they have no need for music. They have danced along the Seine, at the Arc de Triomphe, and on the deck of the Eiffel Tower. I have a feeling they dance in times of both joy and sorrow, as dancing appears to be their love language. Watching them has made me realize that I did not lose you completely that fateful day. Your love, your guidance, and your support remain with me. They are all a part of me. That is constant. Until my last breath, it will be so. I haven't called or texted Marley once since I left home. I find I am not worrying as much about the thing that might go wrong, but am eager to see what amazing thing may happen next. I might have taken a detour, but this bird has spread her wings and is flying high. I love you always. Your daughter, Lindsey. Heart emoji. All that dancing must keep Sophie and Liam in great shape, as they do not seem to be suffering from the rigors of sightseeing. I am not used to walking this much, and my feet are feeling it. Andre takes pity on me and maintains my mildly slower pace, keeping us positioned slightly behind the group. We attended an 8 a.m. Mass at Notre Dame Cathedral and then toured the restored bell towers. Andre quietly pointed out various changes to the building following the 2019 fire. Like many Parisians, he has mixed feelings about the restoration, but accepts that the cathedral's Romanesque and Gothic styles are now infused with modern features. He pointed out that this was just the most recent of many changes made to the cathedral since the first brick was laid in 1163. We shared a lunch in the tour van on the way to Versailles, and then went on our own private tour of the palace. It's been a long day and we are touring the gardens before heading back to the van in our hotel. He is telling me about his childhood and how he found his passion for photography. I like listening to the sound of his voice, speaking to me in English with his French accent. Occasionally he forgets, speaking in French, and the sound is erotic. Does this man know what he is doing to me? Am I doing the same to him? I know it's only been a few days, but we both seem to be seeking the other out and finding moments alone, like this one. Neither of us seems to be in a rush to head back to the group, but I know our time today is running out. Rounding a corner, he stops. As I turn toward him, our eyes meet. He quietly whispers, "Tu me fais tourner la tête," just before he leans in and kisses me. I don't think I could write a scene as romantic as this moment. For all I know, he might have just told me I look like a frog, but I don't care. I have been staring at those lips for days, and am hungry to taste them. I forget where we are, that people may be near, and I abandon all my inhibitions and eagerly kiss him back. We are entangled, our bodies pressed tight together, his hands in my hair, my hands in his, lost to each other, when I hear Sophie say, "Time to go, kids," and softly giggle as she and Liam pass by us on their return to the tour van. We reluctantly break apart and are both a bit embarrassed by our show of passion. As we enter the van, Sophie asks if we enjoyed the gardens, and I find myself blushing as Andre guides me to our seats, where we quietly snuggle up against each other. The return trip is relaxing, quiet, and peaceful. At the hotel, Andre and I share a less frantic, more sensual goodnight kiss before returning to our rooms. I take a cold shower before picking up my phone to write, "Dear Marley, I don't know why I thought I was in autumn. It's summer, and we're not talking some leftover rays of sunshine. We're talking full sun, and heat so strong I'm about to spontaneously combust. This sun is French and is named Andre, and his lips taste better than your wine. He invited me to join him for the weekend at a nearby lavender farm. I said yes. Oh, and Paris has been great too. Writer's block is gone. Say hi to Matt and the boys. Your best friend, Lindsey." Eggplant emoji. I think of my farm. I realize I am looking forward to returning home and am excited to get my new story ideas written. In the meantime, I am going to enjoy every glorious moment in France. All the places I have seen, the foods I have enjoyed, and the people I have met here are a part of me now, and I have been enriched by each of them. That's why I said yes. I didn't hesitate to jump at the chance to accompany Andre to his friend's lavender farm. I'll spend an extra 2 days in France before heading home to regale Marley with stories of my French adventures. Thinking of the cornfields back home, I asked if the lavender fields will be decorated for Thanksgiving. Andre gave me that sexy smile, laughing as he forgave my faux pas. I quickly remembered that Thanksgiving is an American holiday. Thanks to the fast train and easy conversation, we arrived at the fields in time for a leisurely lunch. I was treated to a tour of the farm and enjoyed watching Andre work as he captured various images with his camera. For dinner, nous avons mangé en plein air under a setting sun. Then, the sunset, and the magic happened. The fields, already decorated for Christmas, began to sparkle. Rows and rows of lavender held strings upon strings of white and gold twinkling lights. It was delightful to wander the fields, alone with Andre enjoying the fairy tale splendor. As I was mesmerized by sights surrounding me, Andre surprised me by withdrawing assorted treats from a picnic basket he had earlier hidden and reminded me to look up. When I did, I saw that the sky, clear and full of stars, was awash with its own lustrous light. We lie down on the blanket to better gaze at the skyscape above us. We lay like that for a while, in silence sizzling with energy. In the same moment, we turned towards each other, and I saw the lights dance like fire in his deep, dark eyes, warm and inviting. Ignoring the voice of caution, I leaned in and he met me there. I wanted this experience. I wanted him, all of him. Here, in a field of glistening lavender, there was just us and chemistry. Apart from our desire, there was no need to rush. My fingers found the buttons on his shirt. One by one, they revealed more of his muscular chest. Once his shirt was fully discarded along with mine, I sought his belt and his desire, still hidden but obvious, awaiting my touch. The remainder of our clothing was quickly abandoned, as our hands roamed and our bodies joined in a thunderstorm of desire. The feel of him was better than any romance novel. I was intoxicated, drunk on all that was Andre. His hands, his mouth, his skilled tongue. It was pure summer. I was like a 4th of July firework, let loose from its cannon, soaring into the sky, reaching the highest of heights when... Lightning! I gasped, startled, as I realized there is literal lightning, along with hail. I am not in Paris, but home, on my couch, with a violent storm outside, as lightning again strikes with simultaneous thunder. I take several slow, deep breaths to calm my rapidly beating heart. As I reassess my surroundings, I see that my laptop slid to the floor. As I pick it up, the screen reawakens to the page where I left it, before falling asleep. I smile to myself, realizing that I am no longer hesitant, no longer afraid. I am eager to see what amazing thing might happen next. I scroll the mouse over the button and click Book Trip.
Have no fear, dearest readers. Sometimes the greatest journeys happen when we finally click Book Trip. Thank you for traveling with the realm tonight. If this story stirred your heart, leave a comment and tell me what dream you'll chase next.